Hello, hello, hello. My name is Tony Williams. I'm here with a message for any and everyone who may be going through this similar process I'm enduring. Um, Excuse me for a second. I've been vaping. Uh, yeah. So for the last, I won't even say it like that, but it's been intense for the last 4 or 5 years, I can say. I've been taking this walk with God, and I wanted to reach out to the people who may be going through that similar process, and maybe I can help you with understanding what's going on with the steps that you're taking. Um, this message may not resonate with everybody, so please, if it doesn't, feel free, go ahead and click out of it or whatnot. But recently, I'm just getting this feeling as to stepping out in a big way. Those of you who've known me from my past videos or my past accounts, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, websites or whatnot, you see that I stopped posting videos. So right now this is new again to me, posting a video, but I've actually isolated myself, or you can say that God isolated me to install a bigger and better version of myself, you can say. That's basically what I see the process has been doing, separating me from who I thought I was and who I used to be to who I am today, and better and better. In the beginning, he I can see where he was training me to learn where I'm at right now. Years ago, where I started, and those of you, like I say, who know me, or you can go back through, all of my pages to see where I come from. From starting with, doing a little detailing and pressure washing. My career was machining, CNC machining and manual machining, and then to lead on to marketing. What happened within them years, I was trying to find my place. He was guiding me to find my place. Let me say it like that. He was guiding me in a way that I would have never known in me, that part would excite me so much. But the way that he taught me was not like a school. It was similar in a lot of ways, but it was not like school. You go in there, you do 6 months, you know how long you're gonna be in there, you know how they teach you themselves, the instructor teaches you for a duration of time, then you take a test, you pass the test, you get a good grade, you go on to the next level. It's similar, you know. He would basically put me in something to teach me something, and I wouldn't know when I passed that something because something bigger comes out. A door open. And every time I thought I was there, in which I know now that you'll never be there, you'll consistently learn and consistently grow. But every time I thought I would be there in the sense of, like, let's just say financially, but finances wasn't the main reason I was in this. But financially, I would have thought, back then, that once that lesson was passed, then everything would start coming. And that wasn't the case. It was the case that every time I passed the level, another door would open. And this door would open to this big old, like, world, I would say. And after a long time of that starts to get frustrating, because you're always like right on the edge, pushing, and you finally get to that point where, like, here it go, and you're looking at it and you're like, yes, it's happening, and then out of nowhere, this new door just flies open, and you're like, come on. And so you go sit outside or whatever. Like me, I used to smoke a lot or whatever. I smoke every now and again, like still to this day. Try to transition over to my vaping and whatnot. But that's something that he's dealing with me on right now. So yeah, don't judge me. But yeah, after this door opens, you get, like me, I would get a little overwhelmed. But that's why he says be careful what you ask for. You know, like I asked for this. This is something I asked for. And I believe that since being that who you are, it's not even the point of you asking for it, it's who you are. You know, um, that's what he created you to do. So if you find yourself like wanting more in life and wanting to do more, wanting to help more, wanting to be more, that's not just you, that's who he's created you to be, you know. And this dying urge is gonna keep pulling at you until you start doing what he's asking you to do. And I had to learn that the hard way. Um, During this process, let me pull this out, you know, because a lot of people may be resonating with this part here. Um, a lot of times he would put me in isolation, snatching people out of my life, snatching things out of my life. And at the beginning, I did not know why. I was going crazy. I was like, you know, I put a lot of work in that and just out of the blue, just whoop, you know, it's gone. And you sitting there looking at it like, man, I put so much work into this and I knew that I would be able to have this for a long time, but out of a split second, it's gone, you know. And but as time started going and kept doing it, then I started to understand, okay, he's training me, you know. Okay, like where you're going, you're gonna need to know this, you're going to need to, like, right now is weird. If I would have felt this feeling back then, I don't know what would have happened, to be honest with you, because it's already hard enough now. But to know it back then, oh yeah, I wasn't prepared for it. I see why he takes us through these processes. But wherever he's taking me right now, he's preparing me for it. Like the pains that I felt once before with people walking out, or me having to dismiss someone, or me losing like material stuff and things like that, is nowhere near it. You know, it may touch me, but it does not break me. You know, back then it would knock me to the ground, you know, but now it's just like, all right, just keep moving. You know what I'm saying? You'll see why in a minute, you know. But back then I'll sit there and dwell on it for days and weeks and months. Like, man, why did this happen? Why does stuff keep happening to me? And that's one thing you got to understand. When these things are happening, quote unquote, to you, they're really not happening to you. They're happening for you. He is actually teaching you something. He's teaching you something. I'm not here to tell you what he's teaching you, you know, because all of our processes are going to be different. You know, if I go talk to somebody who's walking with them, you know, like I'm walking with them, or we're not going to be exactly the same. A lot we will be able to resonate with each other, but it's not going to be the exact same, because we're not going to the exact same place, you know. So basically, what I'm where I'm going at, like the isolation was the preparation. The isolation, he'll pull everybody away, sit you down in isolation, literally, you know, and have you to create, to learn, to pretty much mold you into this different person, you know, with different skills, with different gifts, unraveling these gifts, showing you your gifts, your true spiritual gifts, I can say, you know, because we all have them, but a lot of times we don't even know we have them, nor do we know, if we don't know we have them, we're not going to exercise those gifts to make them even better, to make them even come even clearer. You know, there's things I can do now that I knew I seen I was doing back then, but I didn't understand it. You know, now looking at it, I understand it better. Back then, it was just a day. You know, it was just something that just happened out of the blue to me. You know, oh man, I knew that was gonna happen for some reason. You know, something like that. But now it's like, if that same thing happens today, then I'm like, okay, I'm more cautious. I know that this part is finna go like this, you know. So, what else? All right. Also, in that process, the amount of knowledge that he has taught me is, man, I can see the abundance. You know, I don't see the abundance in material things. I don't see the abundance in finances. I don't see the abundance in relationships. I don't see the abundance in different aspects that I know is coming. But I do see the abundance in knowledge. That right there is overwhelming. You know, all the time I was sitting there in isolation and him steady pulling in more and pulling in more, learning this and learning that, apply it, but don't apply it enough. He won't let me apply it to the point where it works. He'll let me apply it to the point where it shows a little bit, and then he's like, okay, on to the next level. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like, okay, which makes him so good in this process is he actually shows you you can do that, you know, and then stops it. You know what I'm saying? So it'll lead you to be a little bit frustrated because you're like thinking that that's the day, that's it. But he stops it in time to where it doesn't show like you know it should show, but it shows enough to where you understand, okay, I know I passed that level. Because what I see, excuse me, what I see when you get to that level right there where he shows it and stops it, that means you're graduating to another level. You actually see something else open up. In my case, I seen a whole new door. And when I get to this whole new door, it's a whole nother lesson, you know. But this lesson is, you know, at the beginning, you're looking at it like, oh my God, I got to do more. You know what I'm saying? But I got to the point now where I'm like, man, I get to do more. You know, that's what I liked about it so much, because I wanted a deep challenge. You know, like I said, in my past, I was a machinist. So every company I would go to, I wanted to learn every single machine they had. You know, if you see my resume, if you heard someone tell you about who I was back in machining, man, the dude knew his stuff. Not on this arrogant level. It was him. It was God. You know, it was him training me. You know, this is your capacity. You know, and we all have capacity. We can grow capacity through him. You know, so basically now, if I am machining, when I am machining, it comes like second nature. You know, it's really easy now. You know, I can go in there and you don't really have to show me nothing about the machine. I can go in there and figure it out, you know, because I have so much previous knowledge in machining. Same thing like what I'm doing now, what he's showing me now as where I believe that he's taking me. I've been doing it for so long and repeating processes and fighting this battle on and on and on and on and on. And when I relate it back to my machining, it's the same thing, but on a whole nother level, a whole nother dimension. He's teaching me like the same concepts. Okay, learn, apply. Fail, redo it. So I would go one business and do all that, and then when I get to that level, to the certain level, he'll restart me, you know, and then start with a whole nother business or something like that. And just kept going like that, to the point where I just didn't even start showing stuff. You know what I'm saying? I would just do it, build it, come back, rebuild it, okay, rebuild it, and, you know, learning the ins and outs on all areas of the field I was in, you know. So basically, if you resonated with that, you know you're going to, how can I say, there's somewhere he's taking you pretty much. And why I'm making this video is I want to try and give you insight about what's going on. And what helped me most of the time was getting closer to him. You know, him meaning God, him meaning your higher self, him meaning the divine, however you want to call it. You know, the more I got closer to him, the easier it became, because this is a lot. This is not small. This is not something that's just like laid out for you. You know what I'm saying? You're going to go here, and here, and then boom, you made it. That's not how it was. You know, I never knew, nor still to this day know, when doom, boom, just that big boom comes and then you're there. That I don't know when that's going to happen. And even knowing that when I get there, that's when the real stuff happens. You know, when you get to that real place, it's like, okay, now you finna do some working, you know. But just like I say with machining, I believe once I get there, then I've repeated this so many times that it's going to be easy, you know, and I'm going to love it. Like even now, I love it. It's just overwhelming because now I'm looking at this door like, how do I get in there? You know what I'm saying? Like I got all this expertise, you can say, and now I'm looking at it like, okay, so I'm there, but how do I open this door? You know, and so that's pretty much where I'm standing at right now. How to open this door. Another thing that he's had me do, I was in like legal trouble for years, man, years. And it wasn't even big. It wasn't big at all, you know, but it was big to me. You know, I'm thinking I'm in like really deep trouble, you know, and all of a sudden, just recently, and when I mean recently, within a week or so, that big trouble became dismissed, you know, and I know that was nothing but him, you know. I'm very thankful for that. I'm thankful for the people he did put in my corner to help me through that mess, you know, and that was a sign to me that whatever he has me doing is about to come now. And that's why I'm making this video. I'm making this video before this thing really actually hits. I know I will be making another video afterwards, or even before, you know, depending on how long this is taking or whatnot. But I just want to come on here and try and help somebody. I know this video is kind of all over the place. I didn't take no notes or anything. I'm going straight off the dome type stuff. Just trying to help somebody, even if it's one person, you know. But don't give up, man. Like this process isn't easy. It's not supposed to be easy. That's why they say, like, in success, there's only like, I don't know too much of how true or whatnot that is, but they say 1%. 1% of all humans is like for real successful. And there's a reason behind that. You know, it's a reason, like, even in this music world and whatnot, listen to what they're saying. You know, listen to these successful people. Listen to what they're saying. And then I got to the point where I stopped listening to so much music, not because I felt like it was bad or anything. I just stopped listening to it and got to listening more to like sermons and prophetic speaking and motivational videos, because I wanted to know what was happening to me, you know. And, you know, I would hear God a lot, you know, but in the same sense, it would also calm me down a lot also to, you know, go into my videos and start listening into, you know, what other people are going through, or what other people has to say about this. Like, and I believe that's also how he guided me through this too, you know, through a lot of my videos. You know, watch this, you know, and I can feel when something's not resonating with what I'm listening to. Like if my spirit doesn't resonate with it, I'm gonna turn it off. I already know it. You know, it's like, being that this relationship was built so good between me and him, is like my discernment is really good right now. I can kind of pinpoint what's right and what's wrong for me. You know, I might not be 100% great at it, but I'm good enough to where I can read stuff. Like, even people that he's sending, you know, in my life, you know, I can kind of pinpoint like who's against, you know, or who wants certain things, or who actually, you know, has a good heart for me and things like that. I mean, that's another thing. First, I thought that was a curse. Now that I really see it for what it is and accept it, I feel like it's one of the biggest blessings to be able to pretty much like discern who's right and who's wrong, you know, for you, you know. I've learned also how to, you know, when people would, you know, throw that negative energy on me, you know, I can easily pick that stuff up, you know, literally. Like back then, I didn't know why I would be in such a depressed state at most times. It's because I would just snatch all this energy, you know, like, once you get to learning about, you know, the spirit realm, spirituality, pretty much, you start to realize how connected we really are as humans, you know, and even to the world, to the earth, to the animals, to everything. You really have a connection to it. And as I took that and started to accept that, once I started to accept it, it was easier for me to like block it, you know, to block it, to stop it, you know, right at the beginning, you know. Or if I do decide to keep going with it and he allows me, then I understand, okay, I can only trust this person to this level. You know, I can only go so far with this person, you know, um, because I know that this person is about to do this, you know. That's a gift, you know, but also it can be a curse because you're so used to people coming in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out, you know, and these people that are coming in and out, they may, you know, it may be this one person that comes in for a while, for a season or something, and then they're dismissed, you know, and then end up coming back at a later season, and then again, you know, dismissed. You have to be strong enough to withstand that kind of stuff, you know, because it is painful. You know, you think to yourself like, man, is something really wrong with me? You know, I was thinking that not too long ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, just being honest, I was thinking to myself like, dang, am I crazy? You know what I'm saying? Is something wrong with me? And God is on the other side, and some of my family members just as well is like, T, you're not crazy, man. Like, for real, you're not crazy. You really are intelligent, but you know, it's just sometimes, you know, being that this has been so long, that, you know, it kind of hurts sometimes to see the people who you really love, like, really, like be disappointed or something, and or like walk away from you, and you just can't explain what's going on sometimes. And that's another big thing. Like, you really can't always explain what's happening to you. Sometimes you don't even know. So you just sitting there like looking crazy at them, you know. So I mean, like I say at the beginning of this video, man, if this helps you out, if this resonates with what you're going on, what's going on with you, uh, you know, share it to somebody. You know what I'm saying? Let somebody else know. You know, I'll try to keep making some kind of video to kind of help out. You know, help out to, you know, let you know you're not going crazy or something like that. You know, these videos actually help me a lot. You know what I'm saying? These videos from other people actually help me a lot, you know, to hear how they went through it. And there's thousands and thousands of videos out there like that to let you know, like, you're not going crazy. Something deeper is happening with you. And I'm here to let you know just the same, you know, something deeper is really happening to you. And just accept it. You know, the faster you accept it and go with the flow, you know, the easier it'll become. Because if you continue trying to fight it, it's gonna fight you back, and y'all just gonna be in this fight. You know what I'm saying? Until you submit yourself. You feel me? Like you actually have to get into this submissive state and kind of let God work on you, man. And I'm here to say that uh, at the end, or when, I can't say the end, or when you realize or awaken to what's going on with you, it's gonna be a beautiful thing. I promise you. You know, and I can speak for that. It's gonna be a beautiful thing. You know, I'm still not there. You know, I'm not all the way in where I want to be. I know I'm close, but I wanted to get on here and share that with you. So I'm trying to think of anything else I want to say, you know, or comes to mind. But if something else comes, man, I'll make another video. Like I said, I'm just a little all around the place. But I appreciate you tuning in, listening in, and until next time, man. Thank you.